So in the wake of Terence Crawford's comprehensive victory over Victor Postal, becoming the unified WBC and WBO light welterweight world champion, people are talking about who Terence Crawford's going to fight next. The obvious name on people's lips is Manny Pacquiao, who we know is coming back later on this year, probably in, I think it's November. November time was the time muted. I think November 5th is what they're talking about. Bob Arum obviously has a strong interest in making a Terence Crawford-Manny Pacquiao fight because he sees Terence Crawford as his new potential cash cow. He wants to build him. He wants to turn him into one of those guys who every time he fights, it's pay-per-view. He knows Manny Pacquiao is on his way out. Everybody knows that. Pacquiao's what, 38 years old now? Bob Arum's a businessman. He would like a passing of the torch fight between Terence Crawford and Manny Pacquiao. That's what he wants. Apparently, Freddie Roach is not keen on Pacquiao fighting Terence Crawford. Freddie Roach is not just thinking about money. He's thinking about which fight can Manny win and win most convincingly and in most spectacular fashion. Freddie Roach is thinking about it only from Pacquiao's point of view as a trainer, as he's supposed to. So there may be some conflict there between what Roach wants and what Bob Arum wants. And Roach obviously was in the corner of Victor Postal, so he knows exactly how difficult Terence Crawford can be in a boxing ring if he decides to fight in a defensive fashion, which he may decide to do against Manny Pacquiao. So yeah, Roach ain't going to be keen on it, and he's obviously going to say, oh, I don't want Manny Pacquiao to fight somebody boring. He might not phrase it as Terence Crawford's too dangerous. Maybe he will. He can be very candid at times, Freddie Roach. But that appears to be the situation at the moment. The Roach is not keen on Pacquiao Crawford. Bob Arum is, for obvious reasons, because should Terence Crawford beat Manny Pacquiao, well then, him becoming a pay-per-view star is virtually inevitable after that, isn't it? Particularly if he does so in impressive fashion. He could become the next Mayweather. You know, I mean, I doubt it, because what Mayweather did in terms of pay-per-view numbers and all that type of stuff was based on a very specific strategy, whether it was calculated or whether it came about organically. There was a specific strategy of riling up the fans to get Floyd to hate them, fighting on Mexican holidays against usually Mexicans or at least Latinos who would bring Mexican fans on board. It was a specific strategy, a pantomime villain, WWE wrestling heel type strategy that Floyd Mayweather had. Terence Crawford hasn't gone down that road yet. People are not watching him because they hate him. People are generally watching him because they like him, because most of his following is from Nebraska. If he's going to be a crossover star and a big pay-per-view star, beating Manny Pacquiao will certainly help him. But if he beats Pacquiao the way that he beat Postal, it won't help. If he beats Pacquiao in spectacular fashion and does a better job than Mayweather and does more damage to Pacquiao than Mayweather did, then I think sky's the limit for Terence Crawford. So it all depends on how that victory goes down. If the fight happens, we have to see. One of the things that Bob Arum said about Pacquiao's comeback is it depends on which weight Pacquiao wants to fight. He may tell Bob Arum that he can't fight at 140. And if he can't fight at 140, then it'll probably be Pacquiao against Jesse Vargas at 147 pounds. Terence Crawford has already said that Pacquiao has to fight him at 140. Make of that what you will. But he said, look, I'm at 140 at the moment. I'm having these belts. I ain't having no 147-pound fight just yet. So let me know what you think about this, people. What would happen in a Terence Crawford-Manny Pacquiao fight? Me, myself, I think that Terence Crawford would win. I think at 38 years old, Pacquiao's work rate is not what it used to be. I think his legs are not what they used to be. Don't get it twisted. He's coming off a good win against Tim Bradley. But I've always felt that he just has Bradley's number. And Bradley is not a big, tall, rangy guy like a Terence Crawford. Bradley's only the same height as Pacquiao is. Terence Crawford's a lot taller, a lot slicker, younger, less battle-worn than Bradley, fresher. So I think Terence Crawford would beat Pacquiao, most likely on points. Pacquiao's still dangerous though. He's got power, he's got fast hands himself, but he just can't sustain the work rate that he used to when he was a younger man. You can't fight at 38 the way you were fighting at 28. Not in most instances anyway. So those are my thoughts on it, people. Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Let me know how you feel. How likely do you think a Terence Crawford Manny Pacquiao fight is? And if it does happen, how do you see it going? And of course, comment on anything else I've mentioned in the video. It's your boy Hatman, I'm out.